Morning, dreamers. So today on my vlog day 3, you guys get to come run errands with me. It's so cold outside. Um, so once a month I take a neighbor of mine to do his shopping because he can't drive anymore. And I try and get all my errands done all at once so I don't have to come back out for another month. So we have a long list of stuff to get done today, including laundry, which is in the back there. So come along. For the record, I hate Walmart. Okay, guys, so you know how you have one of those days where just nothing goes as planned? So I started off with a flat tire and I had to go get that fixed. And then we went to the laundromat, and the laundromat is closed for renovations. So now we have all this laundry in our car, but went to the grocery store, went to the bank, went to the post office, went and got gas, and went to another grocery store because Bob buys his baking supplies at a different store. And now we are here at his special store. Let's just say that there are certain controlled substances in other states that are not, that they're legal here. And he uses that for pain relief. So I bring him here once a month to get his monthly stock up of substances. And now we'll have to go home, drop off all these groceries because I got my groceries too. And so we'll be dropping off his groceries. I have to help him unload all those, and then we'll go over to my house, drop off all my stuff, and then head all the way up to the big city to do laundry there. So I probably won't get home until late this evening, but it is what it is. I only have to do this once a month, and then my shopping's done for the month, and so is his, so it works out. I will check in with you in a bit. And now we are at the laundromat and we wait for the clothes to dry. Good evening, dreamers. So yeah, it's like 6:30 and I'm finally just now getting home. Finally got all of our laundry done. Bob realized that there was something that he forgot at Walmart, so we had to go back to Walmart a second time because once in a month isn't good enough. You got to go twice in one day. And then we finally got home. I didn't video as much as I thought I would. But let me tell you, Bob, I'll tell you a little bit about Bob. Bob is my sister's ex-husband's cousin. And, 30 years ago, I would come up here to Washington to visit. And, he would always be over here on her property, helping her cut trees down or mowing lawns, digging ditches, just whatever, that he needed to. And, she would pay him, but he was always willing to work. And then a couple years ago, after I moved up here, he stopped driving at night. He's in his 70s, and he stopped driving at night. And then a couple months later, he said that, he was having problems seeing. And so he went into the doctors. Bob's never been married. And he went in to get his eyes tested, and he had macular degeneration. And which basically means that, he waited so long before he went in that there's a huge portion of his eyesight that's gone. So basically, he sees about like this. There's just this huge chunk of his eyesight that's gone out of the center. And so, and he still can see some, he can walk around, he can live alone, he can cook, all that stuff, but he can't drive. He can't read. He can't watch TV. Bob loves to read. He taught himself Russian so that he could read some of the Russian classics. He's also a musician. and can't read his music anymore to play his bass. Can't watch TV anymore. You know, you don't realize how much you depend on your eyesight until you watch somebody that has that declining eyesight. And it, you know, it didn't start off as bad. It was getting worse and worse, even though he was going in for the treatments. And now they seem to think that they've stopped it, that he's, you know, it's not going to get any worse, but it's also not going to get better. And so he's in his 70s. He's lost the ability to drive. There's just a lot of things that he can't do for himself anymore, including putting his PIN number in to pay for things, you know, with his ATM card. And so, so once a month I take him around and do the things that he needs to get done, you know, and he comes over and visits us on the weekends and he hangs out. But I'll tell you, the best part about spending time with Bob is that we talk, you know. I picked him up at 9 o'clock this morning and we didn't get home until I think I dropped him off at 6 o'clock. And that whole time, you know, when we're out shopping and we're out doing the laundry and getting gas and just doing whatever we need to do for the month, he's talking to me and he's reminding me of episodes of MASH that he remembers, because, you know, he can watch it now, but he can't see the full screen. And but he'll tell me things like, you know, who won Jeopardy last night, and episodes of MASH that he really enjoyed. And we talked about Three's Company. I haven't thought about that show in a long, long time. And he was talking about his favorite episodes of Three's Company, and when Jack did this and when Jack did that, and talks about the Russian novels that he's listening to on the Books on Tape, you know. And then last about a week and a half ago, I took him out to get a new stereo. And the stereo that we got him a turntable on it. And so we bought him this Victrolo, I think it's called. I don't know. It's it was a little shelf stereo, and it has a cassette player and it has a CD player, but it also had a turntable on it. And I brought him home, and again, he's a musician, and so he had all these records. And, you know, so he wanted to see how the turntable worked and how good it was. And so I put one of, you know, he just pulled out a record and I put it on, and it's some opera music, orchestra stuff, which is what he's into. And, but the look on his face, and he said, well, I haven't listened to this record in 50 years because he hasn't had a turntable in 50 years. And so I'm looking down at his record collection, and I think the man has enough music to listen to a new song every day for the rest of my life. You know, that's how many records that he has. But it's just little things, you know, that he reminds me to be grateful for my memory, to be grateful for my eyesight, to be grateful for my youth, you know, and do what I, you know, and I'm not young. I'm in my 50s, so, but he reminds me that I am young, that I still can do a lot of things, that there's a lot of things that he can't do anymore. And he reminds me that, you know, I really need to take advantage of and do the things that I can do now, because someday I might not be able to anymore. So, so I did, it turned out to be, it was a hectic day, but it was a good day because I got to spend it with Bob and listen to him talk about the Olympics and who won in 2012, and, you know, just little stuff like that. So, anyhow, I hope you guys all had a good day too, and I will check in with you tomorrow.